Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I am excited to introduce you to stories of Ayesha Allahu Anhu, the life of one of Islam's most beloved and knowledgeable women. In this series, we will explore her inspiring journey, starting from her early years. So, stay with us as we delve into her remarkable story. From her blessed birth, she was born into a noble family, which already set the stage for a life of significance. Her childhood was filled with faith and wisdom, qualities that would shape her character profoundly. As she grew, her pure heart and intelligence became evident to those around her. Then, her journey took a pivotal turn when she became the wife of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. This story is one of purity, intelligence, and deep devotion qualities that continue to inspire hearts across generations. Her life exemplifies how faith and virtue can leave an enduring legacy, perfectly aligning with our overall theme of noble character and spiritual integrity. Today, we begin by exploring the life of Ayesha, Allahu Anhu, a truly blessed beginning. We will look into her noble birth, her upbringing, and her early life, as these form the foundation of her remarkable character. She is undoubtedly one of the greatest women in Islam, often referred to as the mother of the believers. Understanding her early years helps us appreciate her contributions and the profound influence she had on Islamic history. As we move through her story, keep in mind how her noble origins and upbringing shaped her into a role model for all of us. This sets the stage for understanding her lifelong dedication to faith, knowledge, and service. Today, I want to share with you the story of the birth of a blessed soul, Ayesha bint Abu Bakr, Allahu Anha. She was born in Mecca, around 4 or 5 years after the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, received his first revelation. This places her birth at a very significant time when Islam was beginning to spread its message. Ayesha was born into a family that was both pure and noble, chosen by Allah for a special purpose. Her family played a vital role in the early days of Islam. Her father, Abu Bakr, Allahu Anhu, was not only the Prophet's closest friend, but also one of the first to accept Islam. His support and faith were instrumental in the growth of the Muslim community. Her mother, Ruman, Allahu Anha, was known for her deep faith and kindness. Together, her parents provided a strong foundation rooted in faith and righteousness. This background is important because it highlights how Ayesha's life was intertwined with the early development of Islam. Her family's devotion and noble qualities set the stage for her own exemplary character and her future role in Islamic history. As we continue, keep in mind how her birth and family environment helped shape her into a beloved and influential figure in our faith. Ayesha, Allahu Anha, belonged to the respected tribe of Quraysh, which was known for its leadership and honesty. This noble background played a big role in shaping her strong morals and character from a very young age. Growing up in a home filled with the remembrance of Allah, she was surrounded by faith and spirituality. Her father, Abu Bakr, Allahu Anhu, was not only a respected leader, but also a close companion of the Prophet during the important event of the Hira. Her childhood home was truly a place of peace, filled with knowledge and stories about the Quran, which helped instill in her a deep love for truth, patience, and unwavering trust in Allah. These qualities from her early years laid a strong foundation that would guide her throughout her life and contributed to her important role in Islamic history. Remarkable intelligence from a young age. Even as a girl, Ayesha was admired for her sharp mind and deep curiosity. These qualities would later make her one of the greatest scholars in Islam. She was naturally quick to learn, able to memorize poetry, stories, and conversations with ease. Her inquisitive mind meant she loved to ask questions and understand the why behind actions, seeking to truly grasp the reasons and wisdom behind things. This deep understanding helped her comprehend the Prophet's teachings very clearly. In fact, her ability to understand and explain these teachings made her a vital source of knowledge for others. So, from a young age, her intelligence and curiosity set the foundation for her future role as a leading scholar in Islam. Let's explore the divine sign that foretold the marriage of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and Ayesha, Allahu Anha. Before they were married, the Prophet had a special dream where he saw Ayesha wrapped in silk. When he uncovered the silk, it was her. This dream was not just a coincidence. It was a clear sign from Allah, indicating his divine plan. Now, moving on to the proposal itself. It's important to understand that their marriage was rooted in divine wisdom, not worldly reasons or material considerations. Allah chose Ayesha for a very special purpose, to learn directly from his messenger and to be a source of guidance for the Muslim community. Her knowledge, purity, and closeness to the Prophet played a vital role in shaping the early Muslim teachings. This story highlights how divine guidance can lead to decisions that are for the greater good, emphasizing the importance of faith and trust in Allah's plan. It reminds us that their union was meant to serve a higher purpose, aligned with the overall mission of spreading knowledge and righteousness. Today, I want to talk about the remarkable journey of faith from Mecca to Medina. During her youth in Mecca, Ayesha radiallahu anha witnessed the struggles faced by Muslims, including the persecution they endured. She also saw her father's unwavering support for the Prophet, peace be upon him, which played a significant role in shaping her character. These early experiences helped her develop bravery and a deep, steadfast faith. Eventually, she and her family made the important decision to migrate to Medina, driven by their commitment to Islam. In Medina, she saw her father's complete devotion to the Prophet, supporting him through every challenge and hardship. This devotion was a powerful example for her. It was also in Medina that her marriage was solemnized, marking the beginning of a new chapter in her life. She then entered the Prophet's household, where she continued to grow in faith and serve as an inspiring figure. This journey from Mecca to Medina is not just about physical migration. It symbolizes a profound move of the heart and soul towards unwavering faith and dedication to the message of Islam. Today, I want to share with you a beautiful aspect of Ayesha's life that truly highlights her values. The slide's title, "A New Life Built on Simplicity and Love," captures the essence of her journey. When Ayesha, radiallahu anha, started her new life, it was in a modest, simple home right next to the Prophet's mosque. This setting wasn't about material wealth or luxury. It was about something deeper: love, knowledge, and faith. These qualities formed the foundation of her life and her marriage. In her own words, she described their life as having a simple mat for a bed, but despite that simplicity, their hearts were full of happiness and remembrance of Allah. This really emphasizes that happiness and fulfillment aren't about possessions, but about the richness of faith and love for Allah. This story reminds us that true contentment comes from within, and that living simply, focusing on what truly matters, can bring genuine happiness. It ties beautifully into our overall theme, which is about leading a life guided by faith and love, rather than materialism. When we look at her early life, we see some powerful lessons that can guide us all. First, the idea of faith over wealth reminds us that true greatness doesn't come from how much we own or the status we hold. It's about having a strong, noble character rooted in faith. Next, we should value knowledge highly, because it's a precious gift from Allah. Cultivating a curious mind from a young age helps us grow and learn more about ourselves and our faith. Another important point is the importance of strong foundations. A loving, pious upbringing creates the base for a life of unwavering faith. It's about instilling good values early on. And finally, there's the blessing in simplicity. Living honestly, sincerely, and with humility leads to genuine happiness and divine blessings. All of these lessons tie into the overall message that true fulfillment comes from inner qualities: faith, knowledge, strong morals, and living simply and sincerely. An inspiration for all time. The early life of Ayesha, radiallahu anhu, truly offers us a timeless example. Her faith, intelligence, and character from a young age serve as a model for all believers, regardless of era. When we look at her story, we see how her unwavering faith and sharp mind helped her navigate life's challenges. Her integrity and wisdom continue to inspire generations, reminding us that true strength lies in faith and good character. This ties back to our overall theme of how exemplary individuals can shape our understanding of devotion and moral strength. Ayesha's early life shows us that we can draw inspiration from her example at any time. encouraging us to cultivate similar qualities in our own lives. Today, we focus on Ayesha, radiallahu anha, a remarkable figure whose life epitomizes faith, love, and knowledge. She is often referred to as the mother of the believers, a title that reflects her deep connection to the Prophet and her integral role in early Islamic history. Her story is a profound example of devotion and the pursuit of knowledge. As we explore her legacy, we see how her unwavering faith and love for Islam shaped her actions and teachings. Her contributions continue to inspire us, highlighting the importance of knowledge and sincere devotion in our own lives. This slide reminds us that her life is not just a historical account, but a guiding light for believers today. As Ayesha moved into the Prophet's home in Medina, she entered a life centered on peace and faith. Their home was modest, just a small room made of mud walls and palm leaves, but it was filled with immense love and constant remembrance of Allah. This shows us that true comfort and happiness don't come from material wealth, but from faith and love. They lived simply with very few possessions. Sometimes their meals consisted only of dates and water. Yet Ayesha never complained. She understood that real happiness comes from contentment and gratitude for what we have. She famously said, "We own nothing, but our hearts were full of faith and love." This teaches us that a life built on simplicity and faith can be deeply fulfilling. It connects to our overall theme, that true happiness and strength come from trust in Allah and a humble heart. Today, I want to talk about the incredible opportunity Ayesha, radiallahu anhu, had to learn directly from the Prophet, peace be upon him. She was truly blessed to be with him every single day, gaining knowledge firsthand. Her sharp mind and excellent memory made her not just a great student, but one of the most influential teachers of Islam later on. As we consider her learning process, the first key point is to listen carefully. She paid close attention to his words, capturing the subtle nuances of his teachings. This careful listening helped her understand the deeper meanings behind his words. Next, she memorized actions. She observed what he did daily, his habits, manners, and routines, and committed these to memory. This was crucial because it allowed her to preserve the sunnah, the way of the Prophet, for all future generations. The third point is asking questions. Ayesha, radiallahu anhu, wasn't shy about seeking clarity. She asked questions to deepen her understanding of the faith and to ensure she truly grasped the teachings. Connecting all these points, her example shows us the importance of actively engaging in learning, listening attentively, observing carefully, and asking questions. This approach helped her become a revered teacher and a lasting source of knowledge in Islam. Her dedication reminds us that learning directly from the Prophet, peace be upon him, was a profound opportunity that shaped her into a remarkable scholar. Let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible bond of love, respect, and playfulness that the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, shared with Ayesha, radiallahu anhu. He loved her dearly and respected her intelligence, which was evident in how he affectionately called her Humaira, meaning the rosy-cheeked one. Their relationship truly exemplifies what perfect marital harmony looks like. Now there's a charming story about their playful side. Ayesha once raced the Prophet, and to her delight, she won. But years later, they raced again, and this time he won. He smiled and said, "This one is for that one," acknowledging their shared joy and playful spirit. This story beautifully highlights how laughter and kindness are vital elements in a marriage. It reminds us that love isn't just about seriousness. It's also about joy, playfulness, and mutual respect. In the context of our overall theme, this bond teaches us that a marriage rooted in love, respect, and lightheartedness can truly thrive and serve as a beautiful model for us all. On this slide, we see some powerful lessons in patience and forgiveness. When there was a small disagreement involving food, imagine, another wife sent food and things got a bit messy. The Prophet simply smiled and cleaned it up. Instead of reacting negatively, he explained with kindness, "Your mother is jealous." This shows how his calmness and gentle approach taught a deep lesson in forgiveness, reminding us that patience can turn a potentially tense moment into one of understanding. Now, moving to the Prophet's patience, when Ayesha, may Allah be pleased with her, was upset, he never shouted or lost his temper. Instead, he would either stay silent or smile gently. She herself affirmed that he never hit a woman nor raised his hand in anger. This is such a profound example of his manners, showing us that true strength lies in controlling one's emotions and responding with kindness and patience. Both of these stories highlight how the Prophet's calmness and forgiveness were not just personal virtues, but vital lessons for us all, especially when dealing with disagreements or emotional moments. They connect directly to our overall theme, how embodying patience and forgiveness can lead to harmony and strength in our relationships. As we reflect on the Prophet's final moments, it's important to understand the significance of this sacred event. When he fell ill, he chose to remain in Ayesha's room, a place of comfort and closeness. It was in her arms, with his head resting gently on her chest, that he peacefully passed away. This moment is incredibly profound because it highlights the deep connection and love he shared with his family. For Ayesha, this was a deeply personal and sacred memory, one she cherished forever. She later described it as the greatest blessing in her life that he died in her house, between her chest and neck. This statement underscores not only the emotional significance of that moment, but also the importance of love, compassion, and closeness in his final moments. Connecting this to our broader theme, it reminds us of the human side of the Prophet, his vulnerability, and the importance of caring for one another in our most delicate times. It's a powerful reminder of the deep bonds of love and trust that defined his life and his legacy. Let's take a moment to reflect on the moral lessons from their life together. First, they believed that every moment is a blessing. This mindset helps us appreciate the little things and find gratitude in everyday life. Next, patience plays a crucial role. It strengthens relationships because it allows us to navigate challenges with understanding and calmness. They also showed us that simplicity truly brings happiness. Sometimes, the most meaningful moments are simple and genuine, not complicated or extravagant. And of course, love and kindness are essential. They make a home peaceful and nurturing for everyone involved. Overall, their shared life was really a masterclass in building a strong, loving relationship based on the core principles of Islam, values like patience, gratitude, simplicity, love, and kindness. These lessons are not just about their story, but serve as a guiding light for us all in our own lives. Let's talk about Ayesha, radiyallahu anha, and the gift of knowledge she embodied. She had a brilliant mind and a sharp memory, which made her stand out even among the most learned. What's truly remarkable is that she learned directly from the Prophet, peace be upon him, giving her a profound understanding of the Quran, Hadith, and Islamic law. Her knowledge wasn't just superficial, it was deep and insightful. In fact, her expertise was so respected that even senior companions like Umar, radiyallahu anhu, would turn to her for answers. After the Prophet's passing, her home transformed into a kind of university, a place where seekers of knowledge would come to learn and ask questions. This highlights how she became a central figure in preserving and sharing Islamic knowledge. Overall, this slide shows us how Ayesha's intelligence and dedication turned her into a scholar who not only understood the faith deeply, but also played a key role in guiding others. Her story reminds us of the importance of knowledge, learning, and the impact one person can have on the community. Now, let's explore the role of the great narrator of Hadith, Ayesha radiyallahu anhu, and her incredible contribution to preserving the Sunnah. She narrated over 2,200 hadiths from the Prophet, peace be upon him. What's remarkable is her precise memory, which allowed her to preserve his words exactly as he spoke them, without any change or confusion. This precision was vital in maintaining the authenticity of the teachings we follow today. Moving on to her life beyond narration, Ayesha's family life played a crucial role in shaping her understanding and dedication. Her experiences in her household gave her unique insights into the Prophet's life and practices, enriching her narrations. She also emphasized women's rights, advocating for their dignity and respect, which aligns with the broader principles of justice and equality in Islam. Her contributions remind us of the importance of women's roles in the preservation of faith and knowledge. Additionally, Ayesha radiallahu anhu taught about cleanliness, or tahara, highlighting its significance in daily life and worship. Cleanliness isn't just physical, but spiritual as well, and her teachings reinforce this holistic approach. Finally, her narrations covered matters of faith, iman, guiding us in understanding the core beliefs of Islam. Her dedication to preserving these teachings ensures that the message of Islam remains intact and accessible across generations. In essence, Ayesha radiallahu anhu was a pivotal figure in safeguarding the Prophet's teachings, and her life exemplifies dedication, knowledge, and faith that continue to inspire us today. When we think about a teacher for all, I want to highlight how inclusive and accessible education was in her time. She dedicated herself to teaching senior companions and leaders, showing leadership and mentorship that extended beyond just the classroom. Her work with guiding women of Medina is particularly inspiring. She taught from behind a curtain, which might seem unusual today, but it was a way to ensure modesty and comfort for everyone involved. Despite this separation, she managed to teach men and women alike, emphasizing that knowledge should be accessible to all. Her method was gentle, correcting mistakes with kindness and patience, and she encouraged women to ask questions without any fear, fostering an open and safe learning environment. Her home functioned as an open university, a place where anyone could come to learn, reflect, and grow. This approach underscores the importance of making education welcoming and inclusive, regardless of gender or social status. Overall, her example reminds us that effective teaching is rooted in compassion, openness, and a commitment to empowering others, values that resonate with our overall theme of inclusive leadership and education for everyone. When we look at what truly makes someone a scholar, there are certain hallmarks that stand out. First, wisdom in judgment is essential. Leaders and governors, for example, would seek her wise and balanced rulings, which were always rooted in the Quran and Sunnah. This shows her deep commitment to applying divine guidance thoughtfully and fairly. Next is humility and knowledge. Despite having vast understanding, she remained humble. If she didn't know an answer, she would simply say, "I do not know." This honesty is a vital part of true scholarship because it reflects humility and a genuine desire to learn and grow. Finally, her love for learning never waned. Even in old age, she kept reading, reflecting, and seeking knowledge. She often said, "The sweetness of knowledge never leaves the heart." This passion for continuous learning highlights that a true scholar's journey is lifelong and driven by genuine curiosity and love for the truth. Altogether, these qualities, wisdom, humility, and a love for learning, are what define a true scholar and connect to the overall theme of pursuing sincere knowledge with integrity and humility. Her lasting legacy, a tree of knowledge. Today, I want to highlight the profound impact she had, which truly resembles a tree of knowledge that continues to grow. Among her many contributions, she taught some of the most famous students who carried her teachings forward. She was responsible for the preservation of over 2,200 hadiths, ensuring that these vital sayings of the Prophet remained intact for future generations to learn from. Her work laid the foundation for fiqh, the Islamic jurisprudence, helping shape the way Islamic law is understood and practiced today. She also contributed greatly to tafsir, the explanation of the Quran, offering wisdom and insights that deepen our understanding of the holy text. Her influence went beyond her immediate students. She inspired generations of scholars who came after her. Some of her notable students, like Urwa ibn Zubair and Masruq, became themselves renowned scholars, spreading her teachings widely. This chain of knowledge not only preserved her legacy, but also cemented her role as a true mother of knowledge for the entire Ummah, guiding countless generations with her wisdom and dedication. As we come to the final lessons from a life of scholarship, I want to emphasize that true knowledge must always be shared with humility. It's not about showing off what we know, but about serving others and fostering understanding. Both women and men have a duty, yes, a responsibility, to seek knowledge of Islam and to teach others. This is a collective effort that benefits the entire community. Remember, memory and wisdom are blessings from Allah. We should use these gifts for good, to guide and support others on the right path. The most outstanding scholars are those who combine deep, extensive knowledge with excellent manners, kindness, patience, humility. And it's powerful to realize that even a single, dedicated teacher can influence generations through sincerity and truth. When someone teaches with genuine intention, their impact can last far beyond their lifetime. These lessons tie into the overall theme of our presentation. That true scholarship is rooted in humility, responsibility, and sincere dedication to Allah and His creation. Thank you so much for your time and attention throughout this presentation. If you found the information helpful, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel for more updates and insights. Your support means a lot and helps us continue sharing valuable content with the community. Jazakallahu khairan. May Allah reward you abundantly for your engagement and good intentions. Thank you again for watching. May Allah reward you with goodness in this world and the hereafter.